What's going on? How y'all doing? So by now, I think people saw the SWV and the Xscape versus. Remember what I told you last month? I said after Earth, Wind, and Fire and Ozzy Brothers, it's downhill after it. And I ain't meant some words. Now, SWV, I would say, was a high second tier. Probably, I definitely say after In Vogue. Because In Vogue had the better voices. And they had more of a success. Then you got to go TLC. TLC had the impact with the balance. And then SWV had their voices. But I say SWV was like a second tier. Xscape was like a third tier R&B female group. But I say this to say this. The 90s was the last time when you could say that this was a tier level and all this and all that. But it was a blowout for me because SWV got better songs and they were the better singers. But I will say this though. Xscape kept me more interested over time because Xscape was able to kind of, SWV had pretty much hit everything out the park by the second record. But anyway, it wasn't going to be anything that memorable. I mean, when you do a versus, you got to have some battle. And I think you got to have tier levels the same. And the tier levels ain't the same here. Like when I do the Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Ozzy Brothers, I know they were first tier. And for me, they're my favorite 1 and 2 bands. But this here was not really close because SWV had more impact, more longevity. They had better vocals. And I just didn't think it was that close. I like Xscape about a couple songs. They got about 2-3 joints I like, but SWV was the truth. I mean, come on now. When you, the way they came out the box, then the Right Here, Right Now remix with Human Nature with Michael, and then they was on the Above the Rim soundtrack. I mean, come on now. That was a strong start, but it didn't get the kind of legs. But I know what they try to do with verses, but if you're going to have verses, you got to have compelling verses. You got to have stuff that yin and yang and balances out. That's just my thought, but I welcome your thoughts. Did you like the SWV versus Xscape? Did you think it was a balanced versus, or did you think it was a blowout like I did? Please feel free to give me your thoughts and takes. Please hit the like, the subscribe. I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And, I could pretty much see how this one was going to go for me, but maybe you look at it differently. Let me know. Peace.